Hello, friends. What's going on here? Well, hopefully somebody figures it out eventually. Hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday evening, or at least mildly good, maybe, possibly. Hey, things could be looking up anytime now. We got Have No Point, we got Jesscherk, featured runners tonight for the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly. I'm Trenton. Crump is keeping me company, doing tracking. Hooray! Yay for Crump. Any hooray emotes in chat? Or any variation thereof, I'll take it. These are flags. That they are definitely flags. Of all the flags, these are some of them. We got a second quest overworld. Our runners are going to start with 3 of the 8 Triforce pieces they're going to need. I believe they get to start with the recorder, as I understand the flags. I am subject to being corrected on that, of course. The usual stuff you expect to be shuffled. The book is the Atlas. We've got no hints tonight because, of course, and second quest rooms on the table, so you may have to be careful about checking walls. Walk into them instead of just running away after the bomb fails. That'll be important. Also important is you gotta have heart, because it's Jesscherk. There's our Triforces, whichever Triforces are in second quest. I forgot to bring up a chart. Alright, first look at where this takes us. That Fairy? Vanilla 4. One, 5, and 6. There we go. Thank you, Malkier. Hey, we found the letter already. That's hanging out in the southeast. Darknut's on the overworld, so they won't be hanging out in the dungeons. Pre-obtained Triforces indeed. They get 3 of them. That may help you navigate the world a little bit easier with this recorder, although one of the spots being raft block is not overly helpful. It's a second quest overworld, so more recorder spots than there would be in first quest, and both of our runners gotta have heart. Little divergence now looking for some of the different spots. Of course, both of these lead to one of the Armos checks and another recorder spot. And that was the white sword item. It's the boomerang, the wood boomerang. You're going to need 1 more heart, I believe, to grab that. 30 on the bottom price for those hanging out in the grave. And we got level 6. 6. This would be second quest 2, if I'm recalling correctly. First quest Blue Ring Shop, of course. 9 for the small secret. It rolls down a little bit. And Chester gonna take the classic little exploration into 6, see if there's anything available for free. Doesn't look like there is. Armos item's gonna be a heart. Opno has located it. Now we'll also be able to pick up the wood boomerang if you so desire. $34 on the mid. Makes up for that small secret. I didn't even see what that was over the waterfall. Another recorder spot, another money-making game. I mean, you got 40 rupees. Take a shot, see what happens. Just saying, it's an option. And another mid-secret for Opno. That should be enough candle money if we can find such a shop. Got a mugger there on Jesscherk's side. That would be the Vanilla Hint Cave in first quest for... I can't remember if that's the hint for the letter or the white sword. Opno's about to see the wood boomerang. And grabs it because it is the first piece of any sort of offense. It can stun enemies, get you through a screen that otherwise might be difficult. I was about to find level 6 here. And finds Goma hanging out, doing Goma things. What are Goma things? Don't ask too many questions. Jesscherk checking out the desert. Finding sand. And more sand. I mean, it's desert. What do you expect? Generally working in the direction towards the coast. Of course, we've not seen the wood sword cave yet. That'll have to be in one of the open caves. Might be hanging out on the coast, but we got the any roads. Looks like some pretty good coverage for those. Maybe you should have gone down and chucked the tree real fast. I understand finishing up the any roads, but there's only so many places that wood sword can be right now. And one of them was a screen away. Alright, Jesscherk continues to look. None of the corners near the start screen for the any roads? No, but that doesn't mean they're completely useless. It's going to depend on how close they are to a recorder location, which right now they're not, but maybe under a bomb wall we find a level 1 or 2 that, or level 2 in this case, that would give them a Triforce that makes it very useful. Little things can change a lot. Just saying. We got a level 7, it's vanilla start. 77 for a blue candle. Boy, that's expensive. That is a pricey candle. Oh, this too is gonna be a nightmare to come down from. Seven, we get a map. And, yeah, that's a map for sure. I think level 7 is some dancing partners, and one's, like, tossed up the other and is catching them again. Like tossing the cheerleader thing. Alright, so we still haven't seen too much. Abdo's gonna grab a pack of bombs. That's our second bomb shop located. Oh, gonna get a second pack. That could open up some combat. That could open up some other locations. But where's our sword? Runner's prioritizing some exploration right now. They're hitting all the screens that they can, making sure they don't leave a recorder spot behind. Jesscherk loses all the money. Gotta be careful gambling, folks. Never bet more than you can eat. Power Bracelet! Gonna be hanging out on the coast. And there's that wood sword. Jesscherk just retried out of the wood sword? I'm sure there's a reason for that. I don't understand it. Okay, Cat says getting his money back. I'll buy that. I'll accept it, sir. That was slightly confusing. Alright, so you got the exploration that way. There's a worthless hint shop on Opno's side. Now he gets the sword and the money. Or he could try the gambling game again. Just saying, he could do it. You can't stop him. Opno's about to get the sword here. Or not. Gonna peek, see the power bracelet first. Hockey stick, as the case may be. Jesscherk's got candle money now. And this is a good area to have candle money in, especially when there's a candle shop right here. And a lot of places to burn. So for the low price of slightly confusing me for a moment, Jesscherk has pulled off a wonderful strategy. And that's okay, I'm allowed to be confused. It's normal, in fact. Now Jesscherk is armed with both sword and candle. Gonna try for a bomb drop from the first killed enemy here. If one of them will cooperate long enough to be killed. There we go! Jesscherk forces the bomb drop. Enemies can be plus or minus 2, so yeah, looks like we got a little up there. And he kept being forced to hit different ones. We'll get no hints of any kind. But if you want to understand the no hint of any kind, you do need the book. That's the flags. I don't make the rules. There's our level 1. Now with a sword, but no keys. So not much exploring going on there. Alright, 12 minutes in. We have not seen much from our levels yet. Took us this long to get swords. But now, where might our other levels be hanging out at? We've seen 7. And a little bit of diving 7, not too much, but some. This is just south of that Annie Road up there, the dead end tree, but we didn't see the tree earlier. That would be the magic sword, I do believe. I'm not an expert on my hockey stick appraisal, but considering we know that the white sword item is the wood boomerang, I'm gonna go with that's the magical hockey stick. You think it's a golf club? I don't know. What's the sprite theme? It could be a golf club. What would it be then? The Severn Iron? Must be a reference to NES Golf. Okay. So we're on the 1 wood and we upgrade to the 7 iron? I don't know. Wait, what's the one from Tin Cup? I can't look it up right now. He uses the 1 club for the entire course. That's got to be the magic club then, obviously. Don Johnson, he was in a lot of stuff. 7 iron. Okay, 7 iron. The magic 7 iron. That's what we're going with. There's a sequel to Happy Gilmore out this year. I don't know if I should be scared or not. Alright. World exploration continues. We've covered a lot of ground. Haven't quite been over to Candle Row here yet. There's level 9. Can't do anything with it yet, but it's important to know for later. This is second quest overworld, so your screens that have staircases hidden under stuff, a little bit different, of course, than first quest. For me, a non-Nintendo Power subscriber, that was quite confusing back in the day. Not sure how many locations we've got to look at. Obviously, there's a bunch of spots on Death Mountain that have not yet been bombed. And Jesscherk is located level 5. Hanging out east of Vanilla Start. Pancakes for everybody. Bring your own pancakes. There's a Triforce that we don't need because we already have it, but it's free. Thanks, game. Jesscherk leaving it. It's a free HP refill later, if you so desire. Jesscherk's had enough of 5. Okay. 7, there is a key. But maybe a hidden bomb wall? Money making game. Hey, you only got 28 rupees and you already got your candle. How does the flute work with the already owned Triforce dungeons? You can warp to those dungeons. That's how we got to the raft blocked Vanilla First Quest 4. Alright, level 7. Hello, Taco. Hello, Griff. Hello, Maki. Or hello, Oasis. Hello, Crump. Hello, Haicut type? I don't know how you're breaking that up. Hi, Beef Curry. Hi, Fusoya. Hi, anyone else that I've missed, but that seems to be everyone who said anything recently. BBQ. BBQ is here. Our runners started with 3 Triforces tonight. Those are the only 3 we have so far. Took us about 12 minutes to find the swords. And then we're finally getting a little level diving here. Ooh, key from Spiky, as CD would call it. Possible transport. No, it's our item, and it's the white sword. Okay, I've got it. Opno's using the putter right now. This is the putter. You upgrade to the 3-iron, and then it's the magical 7-iron. That's what I'm going with. So not finding too much in this 7 just yet. Did find that white sword combat upgrade. Little gels. They go bye-bye. Jesscherk about to get the map. Opno saw this map earlier. E on the floor there, I do believe, means that's not eligible for a push block. So no value in killing the Manhandla. That's an old man block. So there's a staircase that'll take us to somewhere above the dash. It's a ladder. So we have the white sword and ladder at a level 7. That's, you gotta be thinking jackpot if you're Jesscherk. Just need a Triforce out of here now. And then that's also going to enable Jesscherk to get that power bracelet. And looking like that power bracelet's a little bit important given how much overworld exploration we did, and yet we are still missing levels. Rupee Boss guards the Triforce. Jesscherk's gonna take it, already having gotten 2 items out of here. Good call. Hello, Setsi joining the chat. Does Jesscherk head straight for the power bracelet, or is there more exploring to be done first? As Opno's going to explore level 2, make sure your pancakes are fully cooked before consuming. Don't want to consume raw pancakes, that could end badly. And they just don't taste very good either. Jesscherk heading east. This might be an exploration effort to work towards that power bracelet, get all the screens you've missed as well. Plenty of rationale to that idea. Lots of candle shops under burn bushes tonight. Only guaranteed that one won't be. But it's amusing to see it a lot. Jesscherk enters level 2. Level 2, of course, is a Dino Dancer. Any Dino Dancers in chat? Only the 1-item vanilla second quest. Level 4 is the key one for your double item. Opno gonna grab the Triforce. And looks like we saw a raft. I guess the raft was ladder blocked if Opno didn't get it. As I attempt to logic, which can be a dangerous thing. Chat's got some moves tonight. So do the runners! Speaking of, if you haven't shown love to runners who do the weeklies, do that. They do other fun stuff. It happens. Jesscherk got something from one of the pancakes. Today we'll keep an eye open, see if anything happens in the B scroll. I saw the raft. Chat confirming raft was in the pancake. There's something else. Was that the bow? I think that was the bow. Chat also thinks that was the bow. Well, if I think it was the bow and Chat thinks it was the bow, chances are it was the bow. Everything coming up Jesscherk right now. We've already seen one of the raft locations, so there's only one spot that would open for Jesscherk. However, it is in this general direction, so it's a good time to be able to go and check it. And we are certainly missing levels. Speaking of levels, this is a level 1. With Wizrobes and Lionels in the same enemy group. I don't know if that's better or worse. I'm gonna go with yes. The book is also an atlas, to answer chat question. As Chester grabs that coast power bracelet and heads up towards the raft spot. He gets bomb drop. And just a mugger, so a useless raft of uselessness tonight. Because we can record it to the only one that mattered. Alright, Jesscherk enters level 1. We haven't seen Opno pick up anything exciting just yet. Oh, the key count has gone up significantly. That's not bad. Oh, it will push. I thought it wouldn't push if the key was in. It's if it's in the top right. Red ring! That's something exciting that Opno has now picked up, and we saw it! So I'm not a master of all this logic, but I think the way it goes is if you see the item in the top right where the staircase would be, that's a room where the block will not push. I await being corrected by chat. So red ring is never something you're upset to get, and certainly not earlier in the run. Wall masters everywhere. There's level 1. It's a profile picture of that bad guy from the raccoons. Cyril Nerdly or something like that. Chester gonna grab the red ring. If you're having a vague idea of what I'm talking about with the raccoons, it's the one that had the 3 little pigs, but not the 3 little pigs. It was just 3 pigs that were his subordinates, and he always yelled at them. Anyways. . 'Cause 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 ' Cyril Sneer? That sounds right. Look, Canada gave us some weird cartoons. That's all I'm saying. Jesscherk sees the map. And Opno finding out that the raft was in fact useless. Also, Opno has the raft, apparently. Which isn't shocking. But did Opno pick up the bow and we just missed it? Also possible. Alright, up to Death Mountain with some bombs. What is it gonna turn up? It's gonna turn up a level numbered 3. Or Cave the Third, as some might call it. No one's calling it that. Power Bracelet is money. We have not seen the world's one large secret yet. Opno does have the bow on his tracker. Thank you, Bounty. There's the one large secret, 126 rupees. Jesscherk's got some cash. Maybe arrows if you find the appropriate shop. This should be an item. No, it's the other side of the transport unless we are double segmented in 3, and that would be something. We are double segmented in this 3. I want to see this map now. Oh, Oasis, you give us some special seeds. We need to see Oasis roll more tournament seeds. That's the thing that needs to happen. Oh, well that explains things. I apologize publicly to Oasis for blaming you for a just special. Why in the world is this 3? I think I've used the term Tetris game gone wrong in the past. I think this is one of the Tetris bonus levels. Like, if you did the B-style games and it had the blocks already there. That's the only thing I can give as an analogy to this 3. Oh, that's special. That is just special. 3 segments of level 3. Doing the candle boost in order to not get the bad effects of the red bubbles and lose your sword. Curable by Triforce, by medicine, or visiting the fairy, or just up an A. None of which are particularly useful. Well, not any up an A, like retry. Which would be pretty far back if you're not saving, so not all that helpful. Am I rambling? Sure. But who didn't tune in expecting ramble? Been a little sluggish to get past these guys. The Bomb Blast got one of them. That's enough to take care of the lag. Can be a save as long as it's a hard reset. Thank you. And Magic Boomerangs hanging out in level 3. Opno says no thank you. Well, the thank you part may not actually be there, but does say no. And Triforce for Opno point. Filling up the first 5. The quintet is assembled. Gonna grab more bombs on the way. Who needs the health? That would be the other hinge shop of uselessness. And 9 rupees of probably useless at this point. Maybe goes towards money later. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Now, as I recall, it's going to be 12 hearts if you want to pick up the magical 7 iron for Opno. And biggest difference between our runners, definitely the exploration of level 7 thus far. Opno not yet been into 3 to clear that out. And I believe 6 remains unlocated. Not seen, I believe, is the power bracelet close to start and power bracelet in the grave area. Alright, Jesscherk has entered the triple segmented 3. Couldn't pick it up on 10. I actually thought I saw in the flags that it's 12. No, it is 10 to 14. Okay. I was remembering something else. That happens. But hey, one of my philosophies in life is it's one thing to be wrong, as long as you're willing to be corrected and move on. We've seen 6 terrible rooms in all 3 directions. Yeah, head to Goma. So we have located all of our levels, and runners are just gonna have to finish clearing them out. As Opno enters level 4. And hello, Petra. So item-wise, that means the only thing we're missing for requirement is the silver arrows. But there's a good number of locations not yet checked for them. There's the book, so Atlas mode engaged. There's the Triforce. I'm not gonna take it. There's a lot of rooms left in this 4. However, this is second quest 4, so you gotta remember there's 2 items, vanilla and the heart. So this is a triple check dungeon. Was it totally blocking the way? I thought you could walk right and get around it. It's shapes rules? Well, I don't even know anymore. Shapes rules? I apparently read the completely wrong flag set in advance of this. I thought we were under second quest rules. We do have second quest rooms. Alright, well, Jesscherk finds the magic boomerang. And the heart. Gotta have heart. And gotta have Triforce. So, Jesscherk with 6 of the 8 now necessary. And a big question is, where's the silvers? Are they in 6? Are they in 8? Are they in 9? Are they in an odd check that we have not seen yet? I'm gonna grab a heart. So we don't have items from 5, from 6, from 8, and from 9. 1, I think we've seen everything. 2, I'm pretty sure we've seen everything. 3, I believe 3 we've seen everything. 4, unless 4 we saw a heart in the book. So yeah, between 5 through 9, except for 7. 7 should be full cleared. I didn't come up with a system for good notes for tonight. Alright, 6 for Jesscherk. Important dungeon because no Triforce yet. What does Goma have? Nothing. That was probably a big influence in why Jesscherk bought the arrows, but hey, you may as well. We haven't seen a lot of Pulse Voice yet, but making them free is nice when you have the bow. How many Wallmasters are in this room? All of them. All of the Wallmasters. Wizrobes are going to give the compass in the Triforces a room away. More Wizrobes. But they're not required Wizrobes. What will Jesscherk find as the exploration continues? More Wallmasters. Second try for the 7 iron. Does not work. That's an ugly room. That's a firing squad room right there. And Jesscherk's gonna take the level 6 Triforce. Do we just go for 8 and record her back to 6 later if necessary, or just gonna grab it and go in a different direction? Like different direction it is. I'm not gonna join Jesscherk in this 6. And another shout out to Crump doing the tracking tonight. Greatly appreciated. Gotta get the blue bubble before you leave. Jesscherk's got it now. Gotta keep your sword. Lionels and Wizrobes living in harmony. You hate to see it. Six is an overly fancy water gun. An original Star Trek phaser. What you got, chat? What's the 6? I'm not gonna go for a multi-kill? I wondered if that was gonna be a bomb setup. We got a staircase room here. Survey says... Gotta have heart. That puts Jesscherk at 50% likelihood of Magic Sword. I wouldn't imagine that's a rush check from here. That's level 9 screen that Jesscherk just walked past. It should be a beeline for 8. Silvers can always be a 9. There's a logic in rushing to 9 to look for them, and there's a logic to not, so that you can hopefully not have to double dip these dungeons. You can go through a lot of rooms looking for your silvers. Opno is going to even up the heart count. Is that the most important race of the entire night? Yes, it is. Because if you finish with more hearts than Jesscherk, you're never letting him live it down. There's our first sighting of Pole's voice. You know, I don't think we've seen them in any other dungeon, which should mean this is also the level 9 enemy set. Gotta have heart. One away now from a guaranteed magical sword pickup. This is a possible push block, so gonna kill the enemies. Is there a wall master? Always be sure of the wall master. Jesscherk looking for progress, wherever it may be in this level 8. Always nice when you can one-shot the Pole's voice. There's the Triforce, and the dilemma is on. It's a big 8. How much time do you want to spend in it? Be 2 checks left. And this is not far from level 9. So I think you can make the case for leaving it. But Jesscherk so far is exploring it. And there is a very mild consideration that, again, 1 more heart and you are guaranteed magical sword. Opno is going to upgrade to, we'll call this the 5 iron. White sword for Opno point. Coming into the little dog leg here. No staircase here. Still a lot of this 8 left. Be our second Goma dealt with. Look at a key. 10 keys. It must be time to find the magic key. The bomb supply is low, though. That's not something you want going into level 9. Jesscherk, a very capable runner, though. Probably will look for a chance to set up the 10th enemy drop. There's our Triforce room once again. We got our staircase. This is very likely to be the transport. Don't know for sure that would be the 4 block up there, but very possible. Hey, there's bombs. Game says, I bet you'd like to have more bombs. Speaking of things we haven't seen, no bomb upgraders yet. No push block there. Here are these item staircases. There's the red candle. Jesscherk gonna say no thank you. Again, may have left off the thank you part, and Opno has just picked up the ladder out of 7. So, a huge differential there for our runners. Jesscherk got this much, much sooner. Had the white sword advantage. And had that ladder. Was able to pick up the power bracelet much sooner. Silver's in 12, says chat. I'd believe it. That's the Triforce room for Opno. And get out of have heart. Jesscherk now has a guaranteed pickup of the magical sword. I don't think we'll see it, though, because it's a little far from here. And level 9 is like 3 screens away. So this should be a beeline to the Triforce of 8 for Jesscherk, and then on to level 9. The magical sword 2 screens away from any road. Very possibly. Even know the odds of them being in 9. I'm not sure we've seen every check in every level right now. Well, Jesscherk's gonna make a liar out of me. In overall principle, the silvers are always going to have a greater chance of being in 9 than any other level, which sounds weird, but in order to have an even chance, the randomizer would have to place it first. But of all the completable seeds that are going to pass sanity check, the required items have to be outside of 9, which means by default, the passable sanity check or rules are going to generate seeds that disproportionately put the silvers in 9. Math is dangerous. Jesscherk did pick up the silvers, and here we go. It's level 9 time. But that's abstract math. It's not specific math. Fraud in the house. How you doing, man? Oh, hey, we found Zelda. That was quick. And that's an evil room. So should be... So we never found recorder, wand, cylinders, or magic key. And there's 2 hearts missing. So 6 possible items. 2 of them in this 9. Wait, that's not exactly right, because I think 1 or 2 of those hearts is a choose any. Anyways, be careful about making too many assumptions. What we know for sure is that there's 2 items in level 9. There's also a Ganon in 9. There's also a Zelda in 9. We've already found Zelda because when all the enemies were killed in a room, the door didn't open. That's Zelda's door. It will not open until Ganon goes down. To get Ganon down, we will need the silver arrows. We have the bow. Picked that up quite a while ago from level 2. The pancakes were trying to eat it. That didn't work out well for them. Worked out well for us, though. Chad, when was the last time you had pancakes for dinner? Yesterday, 2 weeks ago, some fine cultured people. You want pancakes now? You're welcome. A few days ago. Very cultured Chad here. It's not good. This isn't even Wednesday. Always that one person in chat has to start an argument about waffles versus pancakes. Continuing to look through this 9. Chicken and waffles, that's solid. Lots of keys. If the magic key is not in this 9, and the first item we find, I will be surprised. Okay, the uncultured here, we gotta set. Florida man has got to set you straight here on this. There is no such thing as chicken waffles. It's chicken and waffles. It is the combination of 2 things. It is chicken and waffles. It is absolutely properly a southern thing, as we find the wand in 9. And the map. It's the map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map! Why skip the wand, magic sword? Don't want to waste the time. And you have the bow with a whole lot of money, so there is already range weapon. I'm not saying I would do the same, but when you're trying to save the frames, you gotta save the frames somewhere. That's not gonna help us too much. You cook plenty of things in waffle and iron, including a pancake. I think this is a slice of Swiss cheese. I mean, 9's always just such a block of rooms, it's hard to get shapes out of 9. Alright, staircase, staircase. Who's hiding our staircase with the silvers? Are the silvers in this 9? Are they in one of the level spots that we don't have? Will there be peace in the chat between the waffles and the pancakes? No, of course not. At least we can answer one question tonight. Opno in level 8 needs that Triforce. There's a lot of exploration you can do in this 8 if you're looking for both of those staircases. Is hot dog a sandwich? Hot dog is an upgraded sandwich, much like pigs in a blanket. It's special enough that it gets its own name. And it's the magic key! The silvers are not in level 9, but I did in fact call the magic key being in 9. Thank you very much. Although I did say I expect it to be the first item, not the second. Nice, not picking up the magic key with 13 keys. Alright, so level 5 seems like the obvious one to me. I don't think Obno got Y-forced because Obno should have already been through that room once. I think that was the second time in leaving. Alright, here goes level 5 for Jesscherk. Trying to find the silver arrows. Where are they hiding? See, I've always want to at least see where the transport comes out at. That doesn't mean I'm right. I just always want to know the answer. Especially at 9. I'm not gonna grab the Triforce out of 6 on the way to level 9. 5 has the recorder in the staircase. Still a chance. I'm saying there's a chance that a floor drop gives us the silvers. We started with the recorder as an item. It's still in the dungeon when you start with it, because otherwise one of the dungeons would break. Did Opno leave the level that had the silvers? Well, objectively at some point, unless they're in 5. But again, there's a greater chance that they are in 9 than anywhere else. Which levels have 2 items? Most of them, because of Heart Shuffle. So you'll have the one vanilla item, and then you'll have the Heart Drop. Where you have to be careful is 1 and 8 under First Quest rules, because they would have 2 staircase items. Actually, 1 in 8, it would be 2 staircase items. In 1, it would be an extra floor item. Hey, there's our Hungry Gorilla hanging out. Opto is going to pick up the wand. So 1 and 8 will be the levels that have the 3 checks, the extra item. If it's second quest, 1 is replaced by 4. And then 9 will also have 2. It doesn't have a heart drop, but it also hits the 2 staircase items. I think somewhere in there I answered all of the possibilities. Otherwise, Chad will correct me. This is a short level 5. And that's the silvers, which is going to make it an even shorter level 5, as at 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 51 seconds, Jesscherk has entered officially Go mode. And not far from level 9 either. Knows exactly where Ganon is, knows exactly where Zelda is. Let the hunt begin. I believe Ganon was the top of this column, right under the 9. Gotta make sure you keep your sword. That's very important right now. Here's Ganon! Three hits already on Ganon. 4 is enough. Down goes Ganon. Zelda right by start. Jesscherk's gonna have a short walk to get there. Get your emotes of choice ready, chat. The door is open. And so the day is saved. Thanks to Jesscherk, finishing first place overall with an official time of 107.33. Good game to Jesscherk. Everything coming up Jesscherk tonight. How many runners? It doesn't count that for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 runners to answer chat's question. Hi, Jesscherk.
Hey, Trenton. How's it going?
Chat was amused that you didn't bother picking up the wand or any key.
Oh, I was trying to save time. Gotta save those frames, you know?
I called it. So, how ashamed are you that you left 2 hearts behind in this seed somewhere?
Well, is it really leaving them behind if you don't find them in the first place? That's my philosophy on the whole thing. If I see it and don't pick it up, that's a sin. That's a travesty. But if I never see it and don't pick it up because I don't see it, I'm okay with that. Okay. Otherwise, I would literally get 16 hearts in every single seed, and I would be, suffice to say, much less successful than I currently am.
Alright. Well, Abno has picked the correct level to go back to here in 5. 6 would have been next, right?
I mean, 4 and 6 are next to each other, and I would need to go to 4 first before checking 6 because of wrapping to the Death Armo screen.
Oh,
So
okay,
I probably
that
would
was
have
the
done.
book.
Yeah, I probably would have done 4 next if I got that far.
So you could have gotten the Atlas and understood the old men saying nothing.
Well, I mean, that's more important than you realize. Maybe they are trying to say something. I mean, do you ever think about that?
No. Hey, how about this? From out of nowhere, Crimson Avix hits everybody with a second place of a 110.
You know, Krim isn't too bad at this game, just saying.
And he proves it tonight. He also proves that he can get through a game without his console crashing.
Yeah.
Poor Krim.
And he can also snipe people, apparently, too.
Jess Andy finishes in third with a 110. 1 second behind Krim.
And now you wonder where that 1 second was. Could have been anywhere.
Could have been picking up the wand in 9.
There you go. See that? I saved so many frames. That's right.
You never know until it's all over.
That's right. I mean, I gotta think that in a tournament setting, I might not have gone to get mags, but I mean, I knew the Wizrobes were all beefy, and I thought if Wizrobes are a 9, I'm gonna need a Magical Sword. I think that decision was a good one.
I was thinking we had to be on the Pulse Voice set for 9 based on only seeing him in one level.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that. Yeah, especially since it was a guaranteed pickup. I mean, if I had like 12 and I would have possibly failed, and like, maybe not. But especially since it was kind of hard, not hard to get to, just a little bit out of the way.
Isn't that the nicest any roads unless you were already at one? So that's a useless Korea block because you could staircase to the other side. Fun. And Opno has the silvers, also fun.
Just sitting there on the floor waiting to be picked up. What can you say?
What do you like best about this flag set?
Well, besides being it named, quote unquote, named after me.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's tough to tell, really. I mean, I won't say that I have a fantastic record in this flag set. Obviously, with the 3 free Triforces, and funny in this seed, the first 3 dungeons we found were the Triforces we already had. That was pretty funny. But
I mean, when you start with the recorder, that's sort of implied.
Well, I mean, but if you can't get to those dungeons with that recorder, then it's not quite as useful. But obviously, the thought of a dungeon you already have a Triforce for is going to have a required item somewhere. And looking at this seed, I mean, so book was in 4, so that wasn't required. I mean, technically the recorder was required, but you already started with it, so it was just fine. Yeah. And 1, having the red ring was nice, for sure.
That was actually one of the early interesting contrasts. You dug 7 enough to get Ladder and White Sword. Opno was in 1, found the red ring in the hearts.
It felt good to find the ladder where it was, because I was in a spot that could easily have been missed.
Also, we did have Ryan 7 finished in 4th with a 111.
Shout out to Ryan. I think Ryan is the most prolific Z1R runner by sheer number of races, if I remember correctly.
Well, let me click a thing.
I think Ryan
joined October of 2020, has done 973 races. That's a fair number.
That's a fair number. I think I have over 1,000, but my history is longer. So if you go all the way back, maybe. I'm not sure.
417. You've done half as many.
Okay.
Remember, this doesn't have the old SRL numbers.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you go back to SRL days, yeah, I have. If you find the if the pony charts are back up, I definitely have over 1,000. But if you include those, I'm sure Ryan's got way more than that. So.
And Opno takes down Ganon. Doesn't have the compass, but should have seen Zelda. That was obviously really quick. Yeah, here we go.
Isn't it nice when she's not hiding very much from start? It's beautiful.
And the gold cup is retrieved. Opno coming in under par. Finishes 5th, 113.50.
GG.
And followed that up with Yumi coming to the 114. There's Opno with your shiny gold cup in hand.
GG, Opno.
GG's Jesscherk. I'm guessing you didn't gamble on 9.
No, I did. I definitely I gambled on the correct dungeon after 9 because I had 4, 5, and 6 left, and I went to 5 first.
Yeah, I had already dug 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did like 1 room before and left at the very start. I figured 5 was the closest dungeon to 9, so that's why I went there first and was pleasantly surprised by the item I was looking for.
Yeah, I had 5, 6, and 8. It was on that floor drop in 6, which was rough.
Yeah, I was not looking forward to digging that when I saw the map of 6. That was not on my radar until absolutely necessary.
Fair.
And 5's map ended up being pretty small, so that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, 5 was tiny. It was impressive.
Which makes sense because 6 is gigantic. I don't know if you saw the map of 6, but
yeah, I had the book.
Yeah, the book okay. Before. I never. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I never had the book.
Under a patch.
I had to get the maps the hard way.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I mean, overall the seed started kind of slow, but after getting wood sword and then white sword and ladder in 7, it kind of made it, and then getting the red ring out of 1. That all kind of took off after that. So it was just a matter of finding dungeons. I mean, I have only 1 unchecked overworld spot. I was tempted to go back and check to see what it was. It was right next to 5. It was the last PB spot. I can't think of
potion
what
shop, I think.
Is it a potion shop? I mean, that's How many potion shops did I find? 1, 2, 3,
8
4.
The last overworld spot I checked.
Yeah, I think I have 7 potion shops marked. So yeah, it's probably a potion. At least I guessed right on the 50-50 as to which PV spot left had level 8. I had nothing else left.
Should have gone back to magical swords since I had 14 hearts at the end.
I think I like that because I did that when I had 14 hearts because I had a feeling that wizards were a 9 and they were beefy, and I think having this was a good idea. So I think I saved time from the walk from level 2 to go get it. Yeah. Well, it probably was a faster path if I had taken any road to get to it.
Yeah, definitely did not save time by checking it at 10, 11, and 12.
I found it with 8, and then I never went back until I had 14. I wasn't taking that chance because I had a white sword, and the combat wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I dug 7 pretty late. It's my second to last dungeon I dug pretty much.
Really? Yeah, my early dig of 7 I think really paid off. Having that early white sword and ladder was good. Yep. But yeah, overall, a decent seed for this flag set. My namesake, partially. As mentioned in the race room chat, for legal reasons, I did not consent to using an amalgamation of mine and Jess's names for this flag set. It just happened without my input. And it's only because there's a heart on the Armos item, because, I don't know, having a heart in a specific spot was all they were looking for, I guess. I don't know. So, thanks, Jess.
Well, I think y'all have covered the highlights at this point. We got a couple of runners who are in 9 in the background. In fact, we just had Sis Crusher wrap it up with a 118. Followed almost immediately by Bogey. Well, within 30 seconds. A 119. So 8 of our runners done now. Just a few more still going on. If you look under the title of the stream, you can see Legend of Zelda. You can pop that open and see any of the runners you'd like to see as they work on finishing this one out. And Jesscherk, any final thoughts?
No, I will just thank you for commentary, and I see Crump on tracking, so thank you both very much. And always, Opno, it's a pleasure. GG. I'm sure I will see you again at some other time. Thank you all very much.
I don't know. Anything to say?
Yeah, not much. CJ didn't cover it. Thanks for
That's my
restream stuff. It's always fun.
That's my job.
I always enjoy the restream. It's always fun.
For sure.
Except this seat, I couldn't really justify buying the shield because it was almost max price and the money was.
I saw that. I thought even Opna wouldn't buy a shield in this seat.
Well, I will thank all of Chad for joining us. Thank you again, Crump, for tracking. Thank you, Oasis, for the setup. Congratulations on your newly learned skill. And Rick, you may want to dock. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.